YouTube and drama. It's a tale as old as time. The history of YouTube is a history of petty drama, and ever since the rise of the response video, we've been greeted with some zesty squabbles, to say the least. From blackface to subbotting, from convincing children to gamble to anything else that Jake Paul has ever done, YouTube drama has become one of the cornerstones of the platform, and today I'm going through the most notorious, the most ridiculous, the darkest, and the most serious that the internet has to offer. And hear me out, okay, I think this is the best video I've done so far. Little spoiler, we have 15-year-old Nazis in here, and Leafy's leaked nudes. So, YouTube is mad. This video is probably going to get me a ton of hate, and it's not going to make me any YouTuber friends, but it has to be made. If you don't know what an iceberg is, go suck a lemon. I'm just kidding. You'll get the gist of it. So stick with me, kid, and you'll be just fine. This is the YouTube drama Iceberg explained. Up first, we have PewDiePie and T-Series. What a flashback this was. For all the 3 people who don't know, once upon a time, PewDiePie was the most subscribed YouTuber on the planet. But that all changed when T-Series attacked. Despite a valiant effort put up by the Allies, the mass media corporation won the day, but PewDiePie won our hearts. Honestly, who the f*** subscribes to this I legitimately think 174 million people just misclicked on T-Series subscribe button. Speaking of which, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. We'd love to have you in the community. Keemstar N-word. Okay, we are starting off hot and heavy. This is only the second entry and we're already getting into the N-bomb. Now, I've just watched a 10-minute video of Keemstar trying to explain himself on the Misfits podcast, and whilst yes, he does give context, that doesn't excuse him for his actions. Basically, he was on a website in which 2 people were paired up against each other and had to insult one another with viewers voting on who won. Keemstar kept getting started by the moderator, and apparently insulting people based on their ethnicity or nationality was common for the website, and so he dropped the N-bomb, which years later would resurface. The Content Cop is a series by iDubbbz in which iDubbbz goes hard in on a content creator. He just completely dismantling some they've been up to, tearing them apart and taking the piss out of them. These content cops are seen by millions and are known to have devastating effects on a channel, although this is sometimes disputed. The worst impacted, it has to be said, was Leafy is here, or in this case, Leafy was here, because he is now done for. Many people kind of think that it was the iDubbbz Leafy content cop that was the catalyst of his fall from YouTube. You know, he completely just destroyed him in that video. And yeah, that is the content cop. 2016 was a fun time for YouTube drama. It was definitely in the mainstream, especially when Leafy and Grade A Under A betrayed Keemstar, I guess. The 3 were friends for a bit. There's an iconic picture in which Leafy is flying in a helicopter with Keemstar. They were friends, you know, especially as they were reaching new heights in popularity. However, when iDubbbz made the content cop on Keem, according to Keemstar, the 2 threw him under the bus and tried to ride the wave up, disassociating themselves with Keemstar. At the time, he lost about 200,000 subscribers, but he says that it was that drama that kind of propelled him to be where his channel is today, so maybe it wasn't so bad if you're a fan of Keemstar. Lionmaker. Like, we're on entry number 5 and we're already on Lionmaker. So if you don't know, he was a Minecraft YouTuber back in the early to mid 2010s. Now, as with all Minecraft YouTubers of that era, he was accused of nonce crimes. The man had 800,000 subscribers at his peak before the accusations came out, and swiftly began losing subscribers, eventually getting arrested before finally getting his account terminated. He wasn't the first Minecrafter of that time to have these kind of allegations, but out of all of them, his was probably the worst, like the most serious, because the dude went to prison. But yeah, he is off YouTube now, he is off the platform, can't find him anymore, and good. Pyro grooming allegations. Okay, so a couple months back, Pyro was accused of grooming a teenager when he was 15 on Discord. The teenager's name is Ivory. And I'm going to get back to this later on in the video because Pyro kind of comes up a few times, but his response is out if you want to watch it and kind of get his side. But we will get to this later down the road. John Swan lied. This is referring to the time John Swan, I don't know, impersonated the biggest Minecraft YouTuber on the planet, Dream. But yeah, John Swan was a commentary channel, I guess still is, that apparently when he was a lot smaller, impersonated Dream, sending inappropriate messages to his fans. My question is, right, what is the deal with snarky British commentary channels getting into You'll have one British commentary channel that f***ed up. You'll have a smaller one that sees this as an opportunity, makes a video on it, it gets really popular, the person the video is on gets cancelled. The person that made the video just gets popular because of that, and then 5 months down the line, they f up, someone else comes along and makes a video on them taking them down. It's just a vicious cycle. And with John Swan being a commentary channel, it just completely delegitimizes you. So he can get in the bin, to be honest. JustDestiny strikes LtCobra. I wasn't aware of this drama before now, and what's funny is that I actually watched a John Swan video to find out what this was about. Essentially, LtCobra is yet another British commentary channel that a few years back made a video taking down JustDestiny for exploiting pictures of teenagers in his thumbnails, basically calling them a nonce. JustDestiny got a bit triggered by this and actually gave LtCobra a copyright strike. A false legal battle ensued, and long story short, JustDestiny was accusing LtCobra of defamation of character and slander. The only problem with this is that defamation and slander is not copyright, and therefore JustDestiny had no grounds to take down LtCobra's video. He just did it because he couldn't take criticism. I don't know if the bloke is a nonce, I don't know him, but just by looking at the thumbnails, I have to call him out because this dude exploits paedophilia on his thumbnails. Like, he's 13. Like, dude, you're profiting from people clicking off this video. Perhaps it's not illegal, but I have to argue that it's morally dubious. Get your shit together. Morgs Fest. What are we doing? Morgs Fest. Morgs Fest was an event thrown by the YouTuber Morgs, as if it was going to be thrown by anyone else. It was like some sort of inflatable obstacle course designed to redirect money from children's parents' bank accounts to Morgs' wallet. Morgs must have seen TanaCon and went, yeah, that went well, and decided to do his own. Best thing is, when you bought tickets, there was a super VIP option, and if you bought it, you could live your dream and meet Morgs, the Morgs. The only problem was that you had to submit ID, and so the organisers could make sure that you're not like a criminal or anything, you're not going to stab him. A few YouTubers such as Iceberg and Pyro were turned away from the event minutes before it began because apparently they were like threats to security. The thing is though, it's like on the one hand this was bad because they couldn't go to Morgs Fest, but on the other hand it was good because they didn't go to Morgs Fest. I kind of like, I don't know, Morgs, he's like 18, 19, so I kind of give him a bit of leeway. He's still like a young bloke, but I don't know, kind of making these conventions about yourself is a bit vain if you ask me, but you know, am I a commentary channel? Am I just taking these people down? JACKY is innocent. This one kind of has shades of grey to it, but just to give you the footnotes for this thing, I'm summarising a summarised video. JACKY was, surprise, a commentary YouTuber who, surprise, got into drama when he was chatting up a 16-year-old when he was 20 at the time. Which, I mean, that is just the story. Every single YouTuber ever has just done that now. There must be some sort of adult YouTuber messing their teen fans bingo, because I swear to God, you could definitely make a game out of it now. I have to have bingo there. His friend and fellow content creator I'm Alex also revealed on his podcast that the man was a sociopath. He revealed that to the world. And that is the end of that. However, no it's not, because the girl was actually 13 at the time, which I'm Alex relayed to the rest of the world. And that was the end of that. Except, no it wasn't, because JACKY didn't actually know she was 13. She lied to him, claiming that she was 16 or 17. Additionally, JACKY was never diagnosed as a sociopath. He was just depressed and had mental problems, and he told I'm Alex this in confidence, and then he just spouted it out to the world. This obviously made it worse. No nudes were sent, and no physical contact was initiated. Technically, no laws were broken, but JACKY quit YouTube because of it. And I'm Alex, in, you know, fairness, kind of stabbed him in the back, at least with the mental stuff. He blew things out of proportion, and he hasn't apologized since. Regardless, JACKY's time on YouTube is done. That's him. He's finished. I saw LtCobra on this, and I was like, you know, I recognize the name. Flashback to 2016, and you had Keemstar, Pyro, and Leafy all kind of doing their thing, making videos promoting this 12-year-old YouTuber, LtCobra. She gained over 100,000 subscribers, and yeah, she's a Nazi. Like, she's an alt-right racist, and boy does she hate Muslims. Like, this girl is like 15 these days, and she's done it all. She's hit 100,000 subscribers. She got discovered by Keemstar. She sent death threats to Susan Wojcicki. She's been banned from YouTube. Get her off the platform. She has really lived a full life. Legitimately, I don't know if all of her alt-right kind of views and stuff are just some ultra meta satire, but it doesn't seem so, and I almost do feel sorry for her because she was kind of thrust into YouTube fame at 11 years old, and having 100,000 followers can be very damaging for anyone, let alone a preteen. Even so, I hope she drops the hate because there's just too much of that in the world. Like, she's only 15 or 16 now, so it's not like her formative years are quite over yet, and it's not too late, so even still, it is an interesting turn of events. Like that, you know, life is wild. Quinton Reviews. I'm not 100% sure with this one. I think it's getting at the fact that a little while back, Quentin had basically gone around calling everyone a racist and just being a pain in the arse. This Reddit comment, I think, narrates his supposed controversy quite well. The start of the controversy likely started when Quentin made a dig at Trump. He refers to Trump as a racist and criticizes him for about a minute. Several videos later, Quentin referred to JonTron as a racist because of the comments JonTron made on a debate over immigration. He also criticized PewDiePie for having right-leaning commentator Ben Shapiro on his channel. People were angry over this, either disagreeing with Quentin's politics or feeling that he was inserting politics into his reviews. Again, I don't know him, but from an unbiased source, he seems vindictive. Secondly, I think his political views are ass. Criticize Trump all you want, but leave Pewds alone, man. Leave Pewds alone. Turkey Tom racism. Okay, here's my problem with commentary channels, right? And I said this before, but they make their videos and takedowns on various YouTubers pointing out their flaws. Here's the problem though. To be human is to be flawed. Apparently Turkey Tom outed Pyro for being some sort of sexual deviant, hopping on the allegations that he groomed a 15-year-old when he was 19. Based on the performance of this video, I think it's fair to say that either Pyro's fans just came in and flooded him with hate, or he's chatting. Also, he's racist. Yep, I mean, back in 2018, he sent a bunch of racist messages, dropping the N-bomb and being all-round xenophobic. These commentary channels just keep making videos trying to take each other down. It's the Wild West out there. Everyone's just hopping on each other just for some clicks. The harsher the allegations, the more views, the more money. Then they get taken down for being flawed humans, rinse and repeat. A new one rises, they fuck up, they get taken down, rinse and repeat. It's so petty. Before I get cancelled, I'm going to take the time in the video to reveal my biggest flaws. I think that I'm quite selfish. I am a real slob, I'm very messy. I'm prone to temptation. I don't always think before I say stuff. I look back at my past and I can acknowledge that much of the time I crossed the line. I said awful things, I was rude, and I changed a lot about myself. If you're a commentary channel watching this video, please give people the benefit of the doubt. We're all flawed characters. And if you want to call people out, make sure first of all that you have evidence to back yourself up, and don't get cancelled down the road because you will look like a bit of a Tommy C versus LtCobra. Okay, I can't with this video anymore. Okay, we spoke about LtCobra earlier with the entire JustDestiny drama. Tommy C was involved in the Pyro drama because he interviewed Ivory, the person accusing him of grooming. Now these two have both stepped into the ring for another fight, because Tommy C has suggested that based off how much LtCobra speaks about sexual deviancy, that he is in fact a sexual deviant. I mean, I have to admit though, this situation is quite hilarious because it's not every day that you see a bloke in his 40s saying that he thinks a 16-year-old might be a nonce. I don't know what you think, but isn't it usually like the other way around? Legitimately, why has half of this video just been random sex accusations? Like, it's kind of mad how a simple platform that was designed for people to share cute cat videos to each other has evolved into the landscape that we see today, with like 15-year-old Nazis and grown men calling teenagers pedophiles. Like, it's quite crazy. Deji sues Kavos. I can't. I legitimately just can't. Add YouTubers suing each other to the Nazis and paedophile list because there's a rumour that Deji was suing Kavos because Kavos made a video calling Deji out for sub-botting just to get him over 10 million subscribers. He said on Twitter that due to a legal complaint, he's temporarily privated all of his videos. With YouTube, we've seen intense battles of pure strength and skill inside the squared circle, so it only really makes sense that we can kind of see the first intense legal battle of YouTube, not between companies, but creators. I mean, imagine a judge or jury having to deal with this. Imagine going to university, studying every day of your life, entering the world of work in one of the most prestigious jobs in the world, just to have to settle a playground debate between Deji and Kavos. What the f***? Behind the Meme was a YouTube channel dedicated to trying to explain memes from back in the day, like kind of 2015, 2016, 2017. He got really big, amassing hundreds of thousands of subscribers, nearing 1 million. He might have even gotten like 1 million, but probably around there. It should be known that I was one of them. I was like, 14, 15 at the time. It was a very dark time in my life. But basically the premise of the channel was that he just kind of went onto Know Your Meme, copy, paste, and upload. However, when he covered the art of the YouTube poop, that was the day that he went too far. If you don't know YouTube poop, you're probably too young for this channel. But basically it was the purest form of abstract shitposting popularized in the late 2000s. Its popularity was in decline by the mid-2010s, and when given an opportunity to legitimize the art of the YouTube poop to his subscribers, he instead just gave it the usual treatment of copy and paste. Billy Big Bollocks Lemon, who I love by the way, saw this video and made a response taking him down. More and more people kind of caught on to the fact that his videos were just ill-researched and his channel began to die. Before he died though, he posted on his channel, "RIP Behind the Meme." I think he kind of like faked his death or something. And I don't really want to go too hard in on him because my videos are like fully researched too. I often get the facts wrong and I'll admit it. Even with me being self-aware, that doesn't make me any better, but at least my channel is alive. I mean, it's on life support, but it's alive. Leafy leaked nudes. Okay, I'm done. I am actually... I'm speechless. I hate this website. The shit on here. I mean, you people are lunatics. Leafy's nudes were leaked a few months back. If you want to find them, do your own research, because they're really not hard to find. Apart from that, that's it from me. Depending on how this video does, I might do a part 2 because this video is just mental, man. I've really only scratched the surface, and this was Pyman's Iceberg, by the way. And there were so many entries in it I just couldn't get to. I really wanted to upload a video this weekend, so that's what I'm doing. If you like this video, please interact with it. Like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of good stuff. I have a Discord now. The link will be in the description, as well as my Twitter and email. So if you want to send me messages or suggestions, yeah, just do it. Please let me know what you want to see me do next, because I'm only 23 videos in and I'm already out of ideas. Thank you for watching.